Okay guys, we're going to be today reviewing the Show What You Know. So again, you can kind of stick here for as much or as little of the thing as you want. So we're going to do the knowledge section first, and we're going to kind of go over the questions and then the answers so you can kind of review how you're feeling about things. So let's get started. The question was, Mr. Berger drew a right angle triangle. So a right angle triangle. And the legs had the dimensions of 5 and 12. And so we had to find out what the hypotenuse was. So we're going to fill in a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're going to put these numbers in. 12 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. Add the numbers up. So it's 169 equals c squared. Sorry if that's not very clear. And then the square root of 169 equals c. And then c was equaling, sorry, let me just get my math. C equaled 13, okay? So that's question 1. So Mr. Berger drew, so if you got 13, great. If you didn't get 13, maybe taking a look back and reviewing this one. And the nice thing is that you can just rewind the tape if you want the video to kind of see it. William drew a right angle triangle. So again, we have our, let's put it up more in the corner here so we don't use so much room. William drew a right angle triangle. And in this case, we have the hypotenuse. We're given the 13 length. And we're given a leg length of 8. So we're going to say this is going to be 8. So we're going to do our a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Put these numbers in. So we know a squared, we don't know yet because this is a. B squared we know is 8 squared equals 13 squared. Do the math. A squared plus 64 equals 169. Well, we need to isolate this variable, so we're going to move a squared here, and it's going to be 169 minus 64. And then we're going to do a squared equals 105. And then a equals the square root of 105. So a should equal 10.24. or 10.2 or 10.25. I would have accepted all of those answers. Okay? The third question in the knowledge section had two different triangles. So we'll do the first triangle. The first triangle gave you 2 legs, 11 and 9, but didn't give you the hypotenuse. So we're going to just kind of, for time's sake and just making sure that we get through this quickly, 11 squared plus 9 squared equals c squared. So 121 plus 81 equals c squared. We add these up. That's 121 and 81. It's 202. I'm doing this correctly, equals c squared. Just get my calculator out, just make sure that I'm just doing this off the top of my head, so I apologize. Okay. If it's not right, uh, 121 plus 1. Oh, good job, Mr. Berger. And then we're going to do c equals the square root of 202. And then c will equal 14.2 in this first triangle. That would be the triangle that looks like a blue one. The other one that they gave us, okay, so I'm just going to kind of flip this over. Maybe use this area right here. No, that's being seen too. All right, we'll just, you know, Mr. Berger, It's okay, we'll just erase it. People can rewind. The other one was kind of like an inverted triangle like this. And I think that's where people got a little bit confused. And it had 12 here and 20 here. We have to remember the line that's across from the right angle triangle sign is the hypotenuse. So if your number that you got, and a lot of people got like 23 for this, if your number is longer than the hypotenuse, it can't be correct. So let's plop these numbers in. 12 squared plus b squared equals 20 squared. 20 squared is 400. 12 squared is 144 plus b squared. Okay. And we're going to do following. Good. So we're going to do 400 minus 144 equals b squared. 400 minus 144 is, oh, we know it's 256. And then b equals the square root of 256, which is 16. I'm just going to double check that. Square root of 256. Sorry, guys, not doing it with my calculator. Yep, 16. So b equals 16. So that's the third knowledge question. In the fourth knowledge question, it was very simply, we know the formula for c squared. I'm just going to kind of erase this quickly. If you know the formula for c squared equals a squared plus b squared, how would I just find c? Well, the answer to that was you would square root what was ever on this side. So if you wrote in any way to find c, you square root the other side, then you're totally right. I could do a squared plus b squared underneath this, and that would help me find c. Okay, so just kind of an idea of how to do that. So that's the knowledge section. I'm going to post a video for the application and the thinking section next.